Welcome to another episode of This Call May Be Recorded. I'm your host, Zach Garside, the head of marketing at Power Selling Pros. We are the company that contractors go to for customer service coaching. Oh, what a week, huh? Episode 18. Excited to be here with all of you. It was great to have Steven on the show last week. And today I've got, as usual, 4 phone calls for you. 4 phone calls from CSRs in the home services industry. 4 phone calls that I hope you can learn from. I hope you can learn the good, the bad, what to do, what not to do, how to create a wow experience for your customers. I had a conversation with a business this morning, actually. They already book a high percentage of their calls. A lot of companies do, as a matter of fact. They already have a full schedule. It's not that they're hemorrhaging leads. It's not that they're losing opportunity. The problem is customers expect more than most companies are willing to provide. Customers don't compare you to other HVAC or plumbing contractors. They compare you to the other brands in their life, to Amazon, to Netflix, to Disney, to Apple, to all of the companies that give us what we want, when we want it, how we want it, no questions asked. That's who they're comparing you to. And so it's not enough just to book the call. It's not enough just to process a transaction, to collect money in exchange for a service. You have to wow them. You have to create an experience so extraordinary, so amazing that that customer feels compelled to tell their friends and their family about you. That's what this is all about. That's what we are here to do. And today I'm going to play some phone calls for you that I hope will help you to create that kind of experience for your customers. So, without further ado, let's find out where you're all tuning in from. Hit the comment section. Let me know where you're watching the show from today. And with that, here is phone call number 1.
Hello, thank you for calling.
Yes, I was needing.
Okay, what's going on?
Well, neither of my toilets will flush, and it appears to be sewage coming in my master bathroom shower.
Oh, no.
Believe me, I'm going to call it midnight on New Year's Day, but anything I've tried is not working, so.
Okay. Give me
Okay.
a second. Let me see what we can do.
All right.
Why would a customer tell you that? Why would a customer tell you that like that? Why would he put some emotion and energy into what he's saying to you? Because he wants you to care. He's got sewage coming out of the drains in his shower. And our response was, okay. No. How would you want someone to respond if you told them that? If you told them, I've got sewage coming out of the drain in my shower. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. That's the worst. I hate to hear that. That's awful. That's got to be so irritating, so frustrating. Empathize with the customer. Let them know that you care about the problem that they've told you. Let's keep listening.
My computer. Oh.
And now this call's still going right now. You can hear a little bit of white noise, but
How many toilets do you have in your home?
2.
And are they both clogged?
Well, it's not even that they're clogged, I don't think. I think two other previous times to this, which we lived in my house a little over a year, but you could kind of hear like the toilets bubbling, and then they would not flush, but there was nothing even flushed out in the clog. Well, I was able to. So last time I thought I was going to have to call somebody. Well, I went in and turned on. So I noticed when I turned on some water, it would bubble. I would turn on like the shower and like a bathroom sink faucet. So I don't know if I had like air where the toilets were flush and everything was fine. So I did that like twice, and I could hear it bubble and snotty. So I tried the same thing. well, it wouldn't go down, wouldn't do anything. Well, then I had the master shower on. Well, then it started like filling with water.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, what's going on with that? So then I like hit it with a plunger. Well, it looks like sewage. It all came up through that drain. And now the water won't go down. The toilet still won't flush. I tried a whole combination of turning on faucets. But nothing was flushed to even clog it. So I don't know
Wow.
if she's had something with a line or.
Okay, it's both toilets doing that?
What's that?
You said both toilets are doing that?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're not bubbling anymore, but they won't flush. I mean, if I flush them, they're gonna flow. But now I have like standing water in my master shower, and it's like full of like what appears to be sewer. And I looked at my sewer like outlet outside of my house. Like if I turn the faucet on, I can see water running in it. So I don't know what is going on. I know before, like when it did it, but like I said, I could turn on like shower and faucet, and I thought maybe it had like maybe air in the line. Would clear out, the toilet's flushed, and there was no problem, but that did not work tonight. So, but nothing was flushed to even clog, so I don't know what's going on. But I have like no toilets now, and I have sewer in the shower.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the way to start the damn new year.
Right, absolutely. What's your first and last name?
Oh, you guys. All right, everybody. Let me hit the pause button here. I'm going to get t-shirts made. All right. I'm going to get some t-shirts made that say more than a transaction. Can I get some pre-orders? Anybody here willing to purchase a t-shirt that says more than a transaction on it? Because that's all this call is. It's this this guy, this customer, I feel so bad. He is begging. He's begging for some empathy. He is just pouring out this story. He's telling us how he found the sewage. He's telling us about everything that led up to the sewage bubbling up in his shower. Hilton Shaw, hit me up. More than a transaction. And yet all that storytelling that the customer did, he probably spent 2 minutes. We're 3 minutes and 48 seconds into this conversation. He probably spent 2 minutes telling this CSR the story of how he came to find the sewage in his shower. And all we said was, okay. This person says, hello, Facebook user. He just said, I've had the worst day of my life. And she said, okay. That's right. Okay is not okay. We don't. All right. I think I've made my point clear. I don't think I need to go much further into this one. It's got to be more than a transaction. It has to be more than a transaction. I really like the sound of that phrase. You guys like that? More than a transaction. That's all I'm going to say here. More than a transaction. Make it more than that. Make it more than just okay. This customer did not have to call you. They could have called any other company in your area. In fact, they didn't have to call at all. They could have booked online with someone else. They could have gone to Amazon Home Services and got it taken care of there. They could have called Home Depot. They could have gone to their next door neighbor. They could have chatted online. They could have gone through a bot or some texting platform like Podium. They didn't have to call you. No one has to call you. Nobody, none of your customers have to pick up the phone and dial your number. Not a one of them. It's 2022, folks. And yet they're still calling. Yet they still pick up that phone and they give you a chance. And all you're going to say is, okay. Come on. If the customer is going to give you the gift of their attention, if they're going to pick up that phone and tell you about their problem, And if they're going to tell you the story of how they uncovered that problem, you owe it to them to listen and care. You owe it to them to say, that is so frustrating. Gosh, I hate to hear that's happening right now. But you've done the right thing by calling us. We're going to get you taken care of. That's what you owe that customer. And one other thing, you as a CSR, you're the only person that customer wants to hear from. They don't want to hear from the advertisers, the marketing team, the people who are shouting to get their attention. They try to ignore those people. And when the technician comes to their home, they've got their guard up. They just let a stranger in their house. They don't know how much they're going to have to pay. They don't know anything about this guy. There's only one person in the whole company that the customer wants to hear from, and that's you, the CSR. So when they pour their heart out like this and they tell you their life story, and they tell you they just had the worst day ever, you've got to do more than say, okay. You've got to connect with them. You've got to listen to them. You've got to reassure them, build value for them, and take care of them. More than a transaction, folks. It's got to be more than a transaction. More than a, I'm writing this down. More than a transaction. Sabrina says, I'll take one. Sabrina, why aren't you on the show with me every week? You're always watching. Hey, Sabrina, this is a public invitation to co-host a show with me. You're invited to. Okay? Join me next week. We'll listen to these calls together. Okay, here we go. Phone call number 2. Let's hear it.
Good afternoon. Thank you for choosing. This is speaking. How can I make your afternoon better?
Hi, my name is.
Hi.
Let me see if I can set up a estimate for. Hello, how are you?
Excellent. Yourself?
Doing good. Thank you for asking.
Good, good. You're welcome. And how can we get, what kind of an estimate can we get for you?
I was looking to get an estimate as far as for an AC unit and a furnace.
Absolutely. And do you have existing air and furnace or replacements?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And can you tell me what type of furnace it is? Is it gas, electric, oil?
Geez, I'm terrible on this. I believe it is gas.
Okay. Okay. You got
This is
it.
the first time we
Hey,
bought a
that's
house,
quite
so
all right.
I'm
We're
really
learning
terrible. I
together.
apologize.
Congratulations. Hey, it's all
Thanks.
right. We will figure this out for you. Okay. Is it the age of the equipment or what has you wanting to get those replaced?
I knew the furnace whenever we bought the home like 2 years ago. They said that, hey, you probably have about 2 or 3 years left because I think it's a 10-year, or no, it's a 20, I can't remember offhand, but I knew we had to get it replaced in the first couple of years. And we were having issues with our AC unit last year where there was a leak in it. So we ended up charging a Freon, but that was really kind of just a patch job. So if we have to replace the furnace, from what I understand, it's probably cheaper and more efficient to just do both at the same time.
I've heard that, and a lot of customers prefer that, so we can definitely explore those options with you. The estimate portion is at no cost to you.
I like that.
May I ask what city you live in?
I'm in,
Okay. And who referred you to? Did you hear about this?
it's actually one of the sales associates with the business that I work with, had some work done with you a couple of years ago and recommended you.
Thank you. We love referrals, and if you would be willing to
It's
provide
nice.
their name,
This is
we'll
good.
send them a gift card as a thank you. We love to spoil our customers here.
Sure.
Ooh, love that.
Okay. Do you have that?
We
person
love
you
to
want
spoil our customers here.
Yeah, it is. Hey, what's last
That's
name?
nice.
Yeah, last name is, first name, last name.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. We really appreciate it. And yeah, let's come out there and do that for you. What would be a good time to get the two of you together so we can answer all of your questions? We do those appointments Monday through Friday. We've got morning, afternoon, and evenings.
Friday would be best. That's pretty much my only day that's like guaranteed if it's through the week that I'm gonna have a bill.
Okay, Friday it is. I'm looking
Friday
at
it
this
is.
Friday, which is the 29th. We have early as 10. We have a 10:30. We have a 1 p.m. or a 3:30.
The 10:30 on the 29th would be fine.
Excellent. Okay. All right. And can I have your address out there again?
I want to point something out really quick before I keep going. We are 3 minutes and 17 seconds into this call, and the price has not even once come up. That's excellent. That's a really nice job by this CSR. She is controlling this conversation, guiding the customer to a good outcome. I love the way she asked for the referral. Who do I have to thank for referring you to us today? We love to spoil our customers. Definitely help with that. This is I blanked out. I hope I didn't lose signal. This is really good so far. Let's keep playing it.
Sure, the address is,
Thank you very much. All right. And you said is your last name?
that's correct.
Okay. And the number you're calling from, is that the best number for us to call on the way?
Yeah, that would be the best number. That's my cell.
Okay. Gotcha. And I apologize. I know you said that I just lost that screen. May I ask you to repeat the street number?
Sure, it's
Thank you very much. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have come out. He's our design technician. And I'm going to share with him that you had a leak last year in the air conditioning. The furnace is getting older.
It paused. What happened? Here, give me 1 second, everybody. Bear with me. Sometimes when the calls are a little bit longer, it pauses like that. Here we go.
And you kind of knew you were going to get to this point in a couple of years after living in that new home. And, we're happy to explore options. We're going to do what are called load calculations. We want to make sure that what's in there is properly sized, so we replace it with something that's going to be adequate. Do you notice that there's pretty good airflow throughout the home?
yeah, we haven't had any
You
issues
noticing
with
any
that.
hot
There's
and
no
cold? Okay.
dead spots. No, everything's
That's
pretty
great
cool
news.
from that end. We've been pretty fortunate on that
Okay.
end.
Absolutely, yeah. Is that a 2-story or a ranch you have there?
It is a ranch, but it's a fully finished basement.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, awesome. And so what we'll do after he decides exactly what equipment is the right size for you, he's going to ask you some questions. He'll want to give you, he'll give you a verbal estimate there, but he'll want to give you a formal one by email. What would be the best email to send it to?
Wow. She's building a lot of value.
Okay.
Still haven't gotten to the price.
Awesome. All right. So we'll need about 60 to 90 minutes of your time. And just so you know, we also do water heaters, duct cleanings,
So that you know.
If there's anything else you'd like to talk about at the visit, I will share with him with that ranch with a finished basement that you guys feel that the airflow is pretty good and consistent, and we'll get you some answers, okay?
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Your name again
Awesome.
was?
It's been a pleasure.
You're pretty good at customer service. I'm gonna give you that one.
Thank you. Oh, high five. Thank you so much. You made my day.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, I was like, okay, knows what she's doing. All right, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, have a great rest of your day.
Here's one.
Bravo! Bravo! Wow. Wow. That was phenomenal. Okay. Wow. So much to unpack there. Loved how she built value at the end of the call. Really helped the customer visualize everything that's going to happen. She left nothing to question. And that's what your customers want from you. Your customers want you to explain the value of the service and help them visualize what is going to happen before it happens. If there are question marks, if there are things they are unsure of, 2 things might happen. 1, they might call someone else who's better at building value. Or 2, their spouse will ask them, why did you pick that company? And they won't have an answer. They won't have a way to explain to their spouse what's going to happen next. They need that. So excellent job there, helping them visualize the process so that they can see value. Amazing job at the end, offering additional services. That was a perfect way to do it. All you have to say is, so that you know, we also offer plumbing, electrical, and duct cleaning. Did I just say duct cleaning? We also offer plumbing, electrical, and duct cleaning. Can I have the technician take a look at any of those things while he's out there with you? Beautiful way to offer additional services. And then you heard the customer. You heard him at the end say, you're really good at customer service. Bravo. Bravo. Seriously. I'm going to give a shout out to that CSR. Normally we keep the names of the CSRs private, but I promised this CSR I'd give her a public shout out. That is Nicole from Shanklin Heating and Air. Nicole is somebody that we coach. She shared this phone call with us a couple weeks ago. Just a phenomenal job. Really, really amazing job. If you want coaching like what Nicole gets from Power Slaying Pros, send me an email, Zachary@powerslayingpros.com. Let's create a custom training plan for your team so that your calls can sound like that one right there. Because that was a spectacular phone call. I almost want to end it right there, but I'm not going to. I'm going to play one more call. Let's pull it up here. Let's look at one more call. Here we go.
Thank you for calling. This is, can I help you?
Yeah, technician come have a look at one of my AC units.
Okay, and what seems to be the problem?
I get a 41 blower motor fault error.
Okay. Have you ever been to your house before?
Yes. That's correct.
Okay. And then it's not working right now?
Correct.
Okay.
They came here last time, and what happened is they told me the motor blower needs to be replaced. And when they came, they didn't really analyze anything. So I turned up the power, turned back on, and everything started working again. So it's almost, they came here, charged me a fee but they didn't do anything. They just looked at it, told me that the motor blower needs to be replaced, but it wasn't the case. So if anybody comes in, please make a note that they really need to analyze things and not just come here and speculate.
Sounds like somebody failed to set proper expectations with this guy last time. They need to do more than speculate. That's a great point.
I can have somebody there between 2 and 5 today.
Yes, that's fine.
All right, I got you all set up, and we will see you between 2 and 5, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What am I going to say? It's got to be more than somebody type it in the comments. Finish the sentence for me. It's got to be more than a bingo. Hilton, you got it. It's got to be more than a transaction. It's got to be more than a transaction. That was a transaction. You booked the call. Technically, the customer's on the schedule. But are they going to call you again? Are they more than a guess? This is a great point. I think most CSRs feel like their job is just to book the call, and that's what happened. Yeah, you're correct. You're absolutely correct. Most CSRs, let me go on a little rant here, okay? When I talk to CSRs and I ask them, what's your job? Most of them just say, I answer the phones. I just answer the phones. In fact, this morning I was on the phone with a company and the assistant to the office manager said to me, I'm just the assistant in the office here. And so I paused the whole conversation and I said, hold on. Everybody stop right there. Before we go any further, we need to clarify one thing. You are not just an office assistant. I never want you to say that again. You run the office. I mean, my heavens, you do invoicing, you do payroll, you do permits, you handle the software, you manage the dispatch team. You are not just an assistant. You do not just book the call. You do not just answer the phone. You're the first impression of the company, the last if you mess it up. All right? You've got to wow them. That customer technically booked an appointment, yes, But next time something goes wrong, will he call you again? Will he call you back? If I ask that customer, do you want to talk to that same person next time you're on the phone? Do you know that person's name who just helped you? Would he even remember your name 30 seconds later? When nothing else happens, they will not call back. The wow experience is important because it is the only thing in a crowded market that truly sets you apart. I know that everybody in the contracting world takes pride in their experience. I know that everybody takes pride in the thoroughness of their work, in that we do things with integrity and honesty and we stand by our work. That you do a 30-point inspection, that you sell the best equipment, that all your guys are trained, licensed, bonded, insured, backed by the company, drug tested, background checked. I know all that. I know that because everyone else does that stuff too. You're not, I know this might be hard to hear, but you're not so different from everybody else in terms of the actual service you provide. The customer does not notice the differences that most contractors take great pride in. They don't. The customer does not care about the logo on the unit that sits outside their house. The customer does not care about how long it took you to set everything up. They simply don't. They don't care that you've been in business for 100 years. That might give them a reason to call you in the first place. It might give them some trust, but it's not why they become loyal. No. That customer will only see a difference between you and everyone else. They will only give you their loyalty if you wow them, if you win the moment with your customers. Anyone can book a call, but not everyone can win a moment. Winning the moment is what keeps people. Who is this? Who is this mystery Facebook user? Who's dropping these wisdom bombs? You have to wow them. It has to be more than a transaction, my friends. It has to be more than a transaction. Alicia, I knew it. I knew it, Alicia. Has to be more than a transaction. Has to be a wow experience. Otherwise, you're no different than anyone else. You're not. I promise. Customer does not know the difference. Unless they've got family that works there or they've got a long history, they don't see a difference between you and anyone else if you don't wow them. And with that, my friends, we are adjourned. That is the end of this episode of This Call May Be Recorded. And I've made a decision during this call. Are you all ready for it? Tune in next Friday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Invite your friends to tune in next Friday. Everybody who tunes into the show next Friday is going to get a free t-shirt that says more than a transaction on it. Okay? Hit the comments if that sounds good to you. Make sure you're here live though. It's only going to be live. If you watch the replay, you don't get the shirt. You have to be here live next Friday. And everybody who shows up live is going to get a t-shirt, more than a transaction. Sound good? Hilton, it's my pleasure. Thanks so much. So make sure you're here next Friday, 11 a.m. Mountain Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much for coming every week. We love doing this. Love doing the show. This has been episode 18 of This Call May Be Recorded, the show where we listen to customer service phone calls and coach them up live. We'll see you next Friday. And if you're here, I'm going to send you a free t-shirt. We'll see you then.